ball, don't make me jealous, I'll fuck up your braids. Brush your hair back and fuck up your waves. Reese is the savage, Reese be spazzing, boy is far from average. I told him I wanted, said I couldn't have it, so I just... yeah, boy.
And then work that into meat. Give your meat a good old rub of spicy meat. Yeah, boy.
Chat. Hit that button that says subscribe to join the mob, cause today sounding like a good day. I heard some 2K21 news that I'm excited for. I've heard some news that actually excite me, and I want y'all to watch it with me. I saw a snippet of this on Twitter, so instantly I jumped onto the 2K account to watch the full 2K TV. But what I heard was that Mike Wang is thinking about making full whites not go in. He's scared to make that drastic decision, but it's on his mind. Oh, baby, that's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. So let's hear the conversation they actually have about full whites not going in at all. Because then you're only going to be able to make greens. So that means the skill gap is really going to separate itself. And a lot of people going to try to make slashing builds. So Mike, if you planning on making full whites not go in, you're going to have to hold slashers to that same countability. You can't just let people hold turbo and run forward to the rim and make 100% contested layups. You can't let people make badly released layups. If you gonna hold shooters to this high level, you gotta do the same to slashers. You gotta do the same to post scorers with their post hooks. There's a lot that's gonna need to be balanced if there's a decision you're making. So let's listen.
You know, we've actually taken the current gen version of the game and we split development between VC Novato and our studio in LA called VC South. And so they've done a great job just taking that game to the next level.
So two different parts of the company made both games. So they actually did have time to focus on each game. They actually split the company in half to give us a product for current gen and next gen. That's interesting.
While the team in Novato is focused on the next gen version, you're going to find that the next gen game is going to be everything that you have in the current gen version, but just so much more.
The 2K community wants to know more about 2K21, so we wanted to invite one member of the 2K community on the show today.
Welcome, Agent 00 to 2K TV. Agent, what has been up lately?
He been beefing with Fredo. That's what's been up number one.
I was just about to say that.
Niggas focusing on content, to be honest with you.
Interesting.
That's really been it. That's been my life. Every moment from when I wake up to when I go to sleep, I'm just working on some kind of different video. Like we've been ghosts, man. We've just been like, man, where Mike at? We just want to hear something from Mike.
I can either tweet or I can make a game, my man.
Word, and we'd rather have you making the game. I bet.
Agent, as we come to a close on 2K20, what was your favorite part of that game?
I'm gonna be honest, chat. If they ask me that question, like, Reese, what was your favorite part of 2K20? I don't even know what to tell. How do you answer that? How do you answer that? Bro, I'm not even trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm being honest. Like, what's your favorite part of 2K20? I don't know what to say. I'll be like, yeah. I don't know what to tell him. I wouldn't know what to tell him, bro.
What's been your focus going into the year?
How can we make the game fun? You know, I know that sounds kind of dumb, but a lot of times from the dev standpoint, we're like, how can we make the game more realistic, or how can we make it look more like, you know, what we see on TV?
Yeah.
And sometimes those things aren't equal, right?
Exactly.
Sometimes a really fun game is not necessarily the most realistic game.
Exactly.
So we went through a lot of just different meetings and design ideas of like, well, you know, what's not fun in 2K, and we got called out by, you know, some NBA players of what wasn't
like
fun.
ass grinding,
that kind of stuff.
Yes, that's what I like to hear. The developers trying to make the game fun. They're not trying to make it super sim. Y'all gotta choose an avenue. When you're making the game, you gotta choose an avenue. Do you make it completely sim, which is going to slow down the game speed, which is going to slow down the momentum, which is going to slow down the fun? Or you going to just tone that bad boy up and let people have fun, make some weird, wacky, over-the-top builds that's going to be a little overpowered, but it's going to be fun in the long run. What route you want them to take? You want them to take the crazy route, or you want them to take the more calm and composed? I like when 2K kind of over the top. That ain't never gonna stop me from doing me.
Like throwing the ball away on cherry pick passes.
Right.
Yes.
Things
you didn't have control over.
That's dope. Actually, you're saying exactly what I like to hear. Is it's a video game, and I know the balance can be kind of difficult sometimes because you want it. It's a simulation game. You want it to be like real life. But when I am playing video games, I'm playing to have fun. Honestly, I like it when the game is more fast paced. When the game is a little bit slowed down, it kind of just feels like, man, those aren't. They need to be NBA players. They're athletic.
No, I mean that's a good point to have. But you know, it's always about coming back to the fans. And Mike, now this is your chance to ask Agent a question, maybe about gameplay or 2K20 or 2K21. What's on your mind, Mike?
Talk to him, Mike.
This idea of esports. You know, I know a lot of people complain about dice rolls and missing full whites.
Yeah.
Do you think that's something we need to go like to the extreme with? What
Yes.
I'm scared of, I guess, is like we make Team Pro-Am or something. Make it so that if you don't get a perfect release, you'll miss every single time.
Yes.
Like, is that an experience you think people will want?
I just divide it up. I mean, that's what a lot of games do. So it's like, you know how when you're choosing, you log into the games, like what difficulty you want to play on. It's like if there's a fun unranked mode where it doesn't have to have a huge skill gap. You're just in there to have a good time with your friends. And when you go ranked, it's like, oh, now we're getting serious. Like you can't mess up your release in a ranked mode. I feel like that's the only way to keep like both sides of the people happy. The casual people that just want to hop on the game and have fun.
Yes.
And the competitive guys who are in there to try and get as good as humanly possible. I think you knew that though, Mike.
Yeah, I just like to hear it.
Agent Double.
That's perfect. That's all that 2K need. That's all that 2K need. You have the general park where whites could go in. But then you go to like the stage or like the 3-on-3 Pro-Am. Then that's when you can't, there's no error for missing. Even if they go that route with it, I'll understand because then it's ranked basketball. I understand that. But the dice rolling in that game is super annoying, bro. I'm not playing a game to roll dice. Y'all gotta cut that out. Y'all gotta minimize the dice roll as much as possible. And to piggyback on what they was talking about, if they only want to limit it to certain modes, like ranked Pro-Am or stage or 3-on-3 Pro-Am, like I understand that. I understand if they only want to limit 100% shooting to those game modes, because the general public is going to get pub stomped if you do it any other way. Because majority of this community not that good at the game, and there's no other way around that. Most people that play 2K are not that good at it, and then you're going to have the people that's really good. They're going to be just completely pub stomping them and making people not want to play the game as much because it's going to be frustrating to score. You're going to hear a lot of people complaining. 2K ruined shooting this year. I liked shooting last year. When you're going to be hearing a lot of that. When we all know what's the real reason behind shooting. We're all going to know that. So I understand if they only want to limit it to certain game modes to make some people feel comfortable, because some people don't want to just be completely left in the middle of the ocean expected to swim without no training. Like, it's like they just throw you in the water and be like, swim. Like, you're gonna need some type of safety net for some people. I understand it. So if they want to lead a dice roll for the general public, I get it. And if you want that higher level of gaming, you would play the stage or ranked Pro-Am. I get it. I get it. I get it. Let me know down in the comments if you agree with what I'm saying, and leave a like on this video. And like I said, hit that button that say subscribe to join this mob. You feel me? So you gotta understand what I'm saying. And I'm glad that Mike Wang is listening and talking to somebody like Agent rather than a general polls on Twitter, because we don't know who's he talking to when it comes to Twitter, and we don't know who he listening to when it comes to Twitter, because those players be bad. Majority of the community are bad players. So when you start talking to Twitter people, you're talking to the all-star ones that don't put much time in. You're talking to the rookie ones that don't even have friends on the game, and they constantly getting picked on by the people that actually keep squatting up. Like, what do you want us to do about you? Like, you don't have any friends that play the game, and you're playing with a bunch of randoms that aren't passing you the ball, and you're voicing your opinions about the game. You don't know what it's like to actually play the game correctly, so they don't get no voice and opinion. He talking to somebody like Agent, who has credibility, who's been playing the game for a long time, who's showing you he knows exactly what he's talking about when it comes to the game. I like when Mike asks questions, and I like when it's to people that actually put in a lot of time with this game. I hate when it's over Twitter because anybody could chime in and we don't know who he's listening to. And that's how dumb things get added into the game. But other than that, chat, like I said, let me know what you're thinking about this down in the comments. Hit that like button. Hit that sub button. It's been Reese, and I'm out of here, bro.